God's big plan. Written by Elizabeth F. Caldwell and Theodore Hiebert. Illustrated by Katie Yamasaki. How did we get to be so different? Why do people speak so many different languages? Wouldn't it be easier if we were all alike? This is the story of the people of God, found in the book of Genesis. People who were all alike and liked it that way. Then, God surprised them. When the world started again after the flood, the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of Noah and Naamah and all their descendants moved to a place called Shinar. Everyone in this very large family spoke the same language and lived together in the same place. Because they wanted this to be their home for a long time, they began to build a city. They made bricks out of mud and straw and baked them in furnaces until they were hard. They used hot tar for cement to hold the bricks together. They said to each other, "Let's build a very big city with very tall buildings. Shinar will be home for us. If we build a big city with a very tall building, then we can stay together. This building will be so tall that its top will be in the clouds. It will scrape the sky. Our city and our skyscraper will keep us together forever." They liked living together in a city where everyone knew one another. They liked speaking the same language. They liked being all the same. God saw them building their city so that they could all stay in one place. God listened to them all talking in the same language. And God said, "If I don't do something, everyone will be just like everyone else forever." God had a different idea, a plan for the world to be full of many kinds of people. First, God gave them different languages to speak. Then, God sent them out to live throughout the whole earth. Because God gave them different languages to speak and different places to live, they didn't finish building their city. If they had, they could have called it Manytown, because that is where the many languages of the world began. Instead, they called that city Babel, because that was their word for dividing one language into many. Just as God created the earth with many different fish, birds, and animals, and just as God created many different things that grow and live on the earth, so God created people. We speak many different languages. We move about in many different ways. We eat different kinds of bread. We eat in many different ways. We live nearly everywhere on earth. We come together to worship in many different places. The people who are building Babel had a little plan to stay together, but God had a bigger plan. God wanted to fill the world with different languages, different people, and different ways of living. And that's what God did. The end.